Hello, Amanda here with Crafting with Amanda, and this is day 21 of 30 Days of Sketches. Christy's Beautiful Life sponsors this, and our wonderful sketch today is by Dana Terry. And I had these two photos, not three, of when we again were in Walt Disney World in 2020. It was the end, like October of that year. And I'm just playing with papers and some of my embellishments that I already have done. If you haven't watched any of my videos this month, I have photos from two different trips that we took to Walt Disney World, and they've been mocking me, they've been taunting me, they've just been calling my name and saying scrapbook us, and I struggled with them because one, a lot of them were double exposed, and that was a challenge to me because they weren't the perfect pretty photos, and two, they're so old, and what memories do I have, and all of them kind of blend in together. So I decided this was the month I was going to use sketches as my inspiration and just get them done. I'm very excited. I have managed so far to do every day, and the end is in sight. There's 10 more days left, so very excited about this. So Dana's sketch, I actually end up following it really closely. Some of the others, like I'll take an inspiration or a jumping off point. This one, I really just went with it. It was like the decisions were made for me. So she has that teal piece of colored paper, I guess, behind her photos, and then a gray mat, and then the photos in white. And I actually matted my photos on a white piece, put those on the polka dot, obviously, and then I'm representing that teal piece with the black cardstock there. So I'm creating the photo focused layout in the center, and I'm learning. It's funny now that I'm getting back in practice. I try to assemble as much as I can, but that's still movable because I'm such a visual person that being able to audition the things in different places really helps me out. And I have, throughout the month, I have 2 threads that I'm using on every page so that my album has some continuity. And one of those is the color Candy Apple. And so that is here in the polka dot paper. And the other is die cuts or Cricut cuts with Disney characters. So my friend Missy lent me her punches that punch out Mickey heads. So I do have some of those. And then I have a whole bunch of characters that I've also been sprinkling in. So I use my little mini Gemini there to cut out some tags. Again, I'm following this pretty closely to the general idea of what Dana did. I have my tags. I have my circle element in the bottom left corner with the Mickey head. I'm going to have another circle element, kind of like she has behind the tags, with this sticker from the Happiest Place paper pack. And I've done stash diving or stash busting, however you want to say that. So I went into my list. I have a document that lists all of the paper packs back to like 2004. And it lists the colors that are in those paper packs. So I can search it, and I found ones with Candy Apple in them, pulled them out, and that's what I've been using this month. Excuse me. So here you can see I'm kind of doing the same thing she did. I don't or won't have a circle element up here behind these banner ends, but instead I'm using that zip strip with the hearts on it. And to give a little bit more interest to the background, I'm using that design element stamp. That's one that I've been using all month along with my journaling jots, and some lemonade ink. And I'm just kind of doing a little bit of stamping. On camera, it's hard to see the lemonade on the white background, but in real life, it just kind of helps break up all of the white or all of the blank open spaces behind all the photos, and just helps tie everything together. So for 30 Days of Sketches, there is a playlist that has everybody's video in it. Last time I checked, there was over 300 videos on that. So there's a lot of people that are playing along with all of these different sketches. So be sure to check those out. And then I also have a playlist of just my 30 Days of Sketches videos, not just for this month, but for all of the past ones that I have managed to do. So here I'm just going to cut some banner ends on these tags or ribbons that are at the top of the page here. And I like to do that, just cut up the middle, eyeballing it, and then from each corner of the page up. And I wasn't sure how long I wanted them, and so this is exactly what I do, is I kind of glue them together and then place them on the page, and then I will just cut the tops off of all of those all at one time. In the process of, I've been doing some cleaning in my studio, or organizing I should say, and gathering all of the stuff for this Disney album, I found these 4 rolls of washi tape. 2 of them are identical. So I decided that what a perfect place to finally start using some of these is on the tags, and just to put some of the washi tape on it just to give it a little bit more pattern and Disney themed. And I don't know if you saw, but I did have to rip off some of it because they were so old and they've been out. I did have to rip off a couple rounds of the tape before it was good and not only had glue on it, but also kind of soft. Now here's my tip for adhering some stickers, words especially when all the letters are individual. Kind of peel off just half of it and then go ahead and peel it. I do struggle with the E and the S, but at least all the, more than half of the letters stayed in place and are easy to just go ahead and attach to your page, and the spacing is good. You don't have to, I struggle sometimes with where the spacing is, so this to me makes life quicker and easier. Now, because the magical word was all connected, I just went ahead and took it off, and then I am placing it by hand, and I'll add that tilde. Oh, I can't remember what the right word is for the dot over the I. I'm sure somebody out there knows. And so now I'm just gonna adhere my photos and then all of the rest of the tags, as well as that big Mickey head. Now this is not a punch. This is one that came from the Cricut collection, Mickey and Friends. And when I had cut all of these critters of Mickey and Minnie and Daisy and Donald and Pluto and Goofy, then there were just some Mickey heads. All of those, when I did that last spring, this was one of the heads in there. So then I just went to my ribbon stash and pulled out this red satin ribbon, and I'm going to put it on all the tags, because who wants a naked tag? And it's funny, I wish that I would have put the washi tape further up on the tag so that I could push this yellow one in more, because it ends up that I have to cut off most of the ribbon that I put on that tag, because it goes over, or it goes past the bottom of the paper here. So now I'm just going to add this sticker underneath to give that element, and this is coming together. I have a title. I need to do some journaling. So if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I love the old Journaling Jots stamp set that has 2 sets of journaling lines. One of them you can kind of see in the right corner here are long thin lines, like a rectangle of them, and then the other one that you'll see me here use in a minute are shorter lines that go up and down. So Tina didn't have this on her layout, but I really wanted to include this heart zip strip, so I just did some banner or award ends on each of the sides, and I'm putting those to kind of unify those banners up there. I'm going to take my gel pen and highlight the Mickey ears, and I realized I forgot to cut off the bottom of that sticker, so I'm going to do that now. And then here I'm using the lemonade ink because I don't want the journal lines to overpower it, but I need them there to write, otherwise I will write uphill, downhill, backwards. So for me, that's a good way to get my journaling lines. So remember to check out the playlist below and give some love to everybody. You can, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and there's links for products I love in the video description as well.